Hello, this is Coach DK coming at you with Coffee Cup Games, and in this series, we're going to be doing some Strat-O-Matic. Yo, this is Coach DK coming at you with another replay from the year 1900. Today we will be back to the American League. We haven't been here in a few times. So today we're going to have two legendary franchises. We have Chicago going against Detroit, though Chicago eventually will become the White Sox and Detroit will eventually become the Tigers. In the year 1900, Chicago was most commonly known as the Invaders. They are 31-49. Detroit was in the year 1900 called the Wolverines. They are 38-42. So let's go ahead and check out the standings real quick. We did include both the American and National League on the left-hand side. And so as you can tell, Chicago still continues to lead the American League. Detroit is in 5th place. Both of them have very similar winning percentages, very similar in their positions. Chicago's lead, though, is only down to 3 games over Cleveland, who is performing exceptionally well. They were in 5th place with a losing record, and they are currently in 2nd. In the National League, you'll see Brooklyn still continues to dominate both leagues with their 57 wins, though their lead has dropped just a little bit as Chicago and Boston are getting slightly closer, but Brooklyn still has a comfortable lead. For the lineups, we have center fielder Dummy Hoy will be leading off for Chicago. Pat, the second baseman, will be batting second. Sugar at the short will be next. McFarland, the right fielder, batting fourth. Wood, left fielder, will be batting 5th. Sugden, the catcher, batting 6th. is Bell. Will be batting 7th. He'll be playing 3rd. And Diller, the first baseman, will be batting 8th. On the mound for the Invaders is the best pitcher in the league, Jack Katoll. He is leading the league in both ERA and in wins. Not sure what other categories he's leading, but he is by far and consistently has been the best pitcher in the league. For us, Detroit, we have Holmes, who will be leading off. He'll be playing right. Casey, the third baseman, batting second. Dillon, the first baseman, batting third. Harley will be in left. McAllister, the second baseman, batting 5th. Shaw will be next. He's going to be catching. Nicole will be playing center, and Kid Oberfeld will be playing short, batting 8th. And on our mound, batting 9th, we will have pitcher Joe Yeager. So before we jump into the actual action, please I ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Always enjoy seeing the comments, what you guys think, get your opinion. But let's go ahead and check out some of the action. As you can tell, Katoll, we had already mentioned, he is pitching 41 games, so over half of their games. He has a 14-7 record. He has a 1.19 ERA and 58 strikeouts. Yeager, for us, has pitched in only 19 games. 18 of those were starts. He does have a good record at 9-4. He has a very, very good ERA at 2.54. And so he is definitely one of our strongest pitchers for Detroit. And so the weather is bad at Bennett Park. And so let's go ahead. Let's get ready to jump into the action. All right, so Yeager is going to be up, going against Dummy Hoy. Dummy Hoy's going to hit a ball to first base to Dillon, and an error to start off the game. So that stinks. But this is the dead ball area. Obviously, 1900s, 1800s, early 1900s, 1800s, you will see a lot of errors, a lot of stolen bases, as Hoy is going to run, stealing second easily, as Yeager, though a good pitcher, has a +6, which, man, that dude, you must have like the worst pickoff move in the history of baseball to be a +6. So Patton's going to be up. He has a chance against him, and just barely Kid Oberfeld makes the catch. So 1 down, bringing up Sugar. Sugar's going to hit a ball at second base. And we do get the out. Boyd does advance to third. McFarland is going to be up for them, and we're going to get a pop out. So no damage done from the air. And so now we have Holmes coming up, going against Jack Katoll. Jack Katoll is going to get a fly ball to Dummy Hoy, the center fielder, who is probably one of the best defenders in center. And unfortunately, he drops it. Holmes takes second. So we'll definitely take that. In classic dead ball form, we are going to see, I do not want that, a bunt. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and bunt. So we'll have Casey lay down a bunt, advancing Holmes to third, try to take our runs while we can. Dylan is going to hit a fly ball to center field. Dummy Hoy has a chance to make up for his last mistake. And is going to be an out. Unfortunately, it's not long enough. Really thought we were going to get something there. Patton's going to have a chance to hit the ball. And Harley outruns the throw. So an infield single. And then Harley is going to go ahead. After the RBI, he's going to go ahead and take second on a pass ball and another pass ball. So Jack Katoll seems to be struggling with his control today. Pitch is going to be hit right back to Jack Katoll. He's going to throw wild. So another error, advancing a run. So we are going to take advantage of their mistakes. And we're going to end the inning with a pop out to short. So 2 runs scored on realistically the 2 errors that they had made. Sheeran's up, he's going to pop out, so Yeager is keeping their bats at bay so far. Fly ball to right field. Holmes is going to easily take care of that one. 2 down. And Isbell, the third baseman, is going to be up, and he's going to hit another fly ball to right field. Holmes will be there. So 1, 2, 3 inning. And now we're up as Nicole is going to hit a fly ball to center field. This one's not going to be a struggle for Dummy Hoy. He makes the play. Kid Elberfeld is going to hit a line ball right at Dillard. An easy play for the very weak first baseman. Yeager, our pitcher, is going to be up. He's going to hit the sugar. That's going to be a classic 6-3 play, and that'll end the inning. So Dillard's now up, their number 8 hitter. He's going to hit a ground ball. The pitcher's up. And he pops it, and we make the play. So 2 down, bring up top of the order. Dummy Katoll is going to be up. He's going to hit a line ball to first base. 3 up, 3 down for the second consecutive inning. So after 3, Yeager has continued to not allow a hit. We're at the top of our order, and so Holmes, who had gotten on base on an error, this time is going to earn his hit, and he's going to hit a single. Casey's going to be up. It is going to be a single to left field, a hit and a run. I did realize that they called the hit and run, which I was still okay with. We're going to try to steal second. And apparently he doesn't get a good lead. And now Dylan's going to hit a single. So we are now taking advantage of Jack Katoll. That actually is an earned run for him. Harley is up. He singled the last time with an RBI. This time, unfortunately, he's going to hit a lazy fly ball that will easily be grabbed by Patton. So runners on first and second. McAllister's up. He's hitting 275 this year, and unfortunately, he's going to line out, which then will bring up Shaw, who's hitting 256. He's going to line out. So the inning is over. Katoll escapes with only allowing 1 run. Back on the mound, Patton continues keeping the Chicago Invaders bats cold as he now gets Patton to fly out to center, and then he's going to get Sugar to fly out to left. Next up is McFarland. He's going to line out the first, so 3 times in a row, a 1, 2, 3 inning. The only batter who's gotten on base has been advanced, or has gotten on base because of an error. So definitely happy with that. Nicole is going to be up, and he is going to hit a liner to left field. Sheeran is going to be able to make that play. Kid Overfeld's up. He's going to hit a single, getting to first. Their catcher Sugden has a very good arm. Let's go ahead and try, see if we can get lucky here. It is not going to work. We'll let Yeager hit. So far, there's been a lot of need for 1-for-9s. I'm assuming that's because of the Bennett Park in Detroit. And unfortunately, we have not seen a lot of 9-unders. But Holmes is going to be up. He's going to line ball to first. That will end the inning. After 4, Detroit, our team is still up 3-0. Only one of those runs is earned, but we do have 6 hits on Chicago's 2 errors. Sharon's up, and that's going to be a pop out to first. Next up is Sugden. He is going to line out. So 2 down. Isbell, the third baseman, is going to be up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to pitcher. Again, a 1, 2, 3 inning. Even though Katoll is the best pitcher in the league, he is being out-pitched by Yeager in this game. So Doc Casey's going to be up. He is unfortunately going to pop out third base. Bringing up Dylan. Dylan, 1-10 for a triple. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the roll, and so he just ends up with a single. That's going to bring up Harley. He is 1 for 2. He's going to be 2 for 3. We are going to send the lead runner. They're going to throw it to the cutoff man. And so with runners on first and second, McAllister is up. He has a single already with an RBI. McAllister needed a 1-4 for a home run. He does hit it very deep, hits the fence. He's going to get in there with a triple, knocking in 2 runs. Katoll is getting lit up right now. Bringing up Shaw. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. Sugar's going to have to make a play. He does not, as it kicks off of his boot. And Shaw takes first. Another run scores. Our Nicole, our center fielder, is now up. He's going to hit a ground ball to second. They're going to take the easy play at first. Shaw goes to second. Kid Elberfeld is now up. He's going to hit a ground ball to second to end the inning. And so we now go into the top of the 6th. Yeager is up. He's going to be facing Dillard, who's hitting .261 this year. And he is going to line out the first. Pitcher Katoll is up. I would imagine they're going to pinch hit. They will. Steve Brody is going to take the plate, the lefty. He's hitting .282 this season. It will be a fly ball to right field. Holmes is going to have to do something there, and it's going to be a double to right, ending the no-hitter. But, that just sucks. Bringing up Dummy Hoy now. Dummy Hoy's going to hit a fly ball to center field. And it looks like what happened is it went to center field. Brody tried to advance to third, tagging up. And if you know StratO'Matic, more or less, if it's a 20 is the only way he gets thrown out. Most of the situation is he is able to advance, or he decides to stay back because of the positioning of the play of the ball. And so, and this is one of those rare situations, a 20 was rolled, and we were able to throw out Brody, who has the first hit and only hit for Chicago. So we are now in the bottom of the 6th. Yeager's going to be up first. He is going to draw a walk. And that's going to bring up Holmes, who is 1 for 3, has scored 2 runs. He is going to get a double. Yeager, who's already on first, on the walk, is just going to go to third. That is going to bring up Casey, who already had a sacrifice bunt, so he is 1 for 2. He's hitting 323 this year, well above his 260 from the original 1900. And unfortunately, he's going to strike out as Patterson strikes him out. Dylan's up, he's 2 for 3, and unfortunately, he is going to line out. And now Harley's going to be up, who is also 2 for 3, hitting 351 for the season. And he is going to hit a triple. That is going to score 2 more runs. And so we are now up 8-0. And McAllister, another guy who's 2 for 3. And already Padden, the manager, will bring in a relief pitcher. He's going to bring in Willie McGill to come into the game. McAllister is going to single. He is now 3 for 4 with his third RBI of the game, I believe. And McAllister is up, or on first, and Shaw, who's 0 for 3, one of the few guys who hasn't actually had a hit, is going to ground out the short, and that is going to end the inning. So a big inning, as you can tell at the end of 6. It is 9-0. Chicago has 0 runs with only 1 hit. They have committed 3 errors, as the Wolverines have 9 runs on 12 hits, and they've committed only 1 error, as Joe Yeager continues to be dominant in the game, and the bats are very, very much alive for Detroit. And our player profile today will be Jack Katoll. So many of you, myself included, has no clue who Jack Katoll was until I started doing some research. He is obviously the leading pitcher in the American League, and actually in both leagues, he's the best pitcher. Obviously today he's having a very, very bad game, but as I did the research, that actually sounds like that might be more common than not. So Jack Katoll was born Johann Katoll. His parents were German, so he was German, but he was born in Poland, and he is the oldest of 8 children. He and his family moved to America, originally to Ohio, and then eventually they moved to, I believe it was Detroit, where there were a lot of Polish, I believe it was Polish immigrants. He played a little bit in the minor leagues, but in I want to say 98, was his kind of like first year coming out, 1899. And what is known of him is that he was apparently a very big guy. He was around probably, some things say 5'11", but based on most of the studies, he's like 6'2", over 200 pounds, very muscular build, very tall. What is known for him is that he had a fastball he threw as hard as he possibly could, but was a couple fries short of a Happy Meal when it came to his mind. Apparently he originally was a blacksmith while he was trying to make a name for himself as a player. So he was a blacksmith, but what is known is that he had a good fastball, had some control, but he was not the sharpest tool in the shed, and so he ended up doing very, very well at times, and then at times he was very, very bad. As an example, he would win 4 or 5 games, then he would lose the next 4 or 5 games. He it was kind of like one of those things, like he did everything in streaks. And so the hard part for a manager obviously was the fact that when he was on and he was on fire, you rode him, but when he went into his slump, you had to be very, very careful, because it got bad, and it got bad ugly, and then he would end the streak and he would start a whole new streak that would be straight wins. And so he was the first, during the year 1900, he actually pitched 4 consecutive shutout games. Each of the games was 3-0, and so he had a great fastball. He then went to he stayed with the White Sox. He was part of the 4-man rotation that won the pennant next year in 1901, the first American League pennant. He was part of that, did very, very well. And then in 1902, I believe it was, he actually pitched he was part of the four-man rotation. He won 4 straight games leading off the season, and then ended up losing the next 7. So he really was a hit or miss kind of pitcher. Apparently, in 1902, he almost started a riot himself in the game. I'm not sure all the details of that, but I did see some references to it. But apparently, his arm did give out in 1902 and was out of Major League Baseball by the year 1905, where he spent the rest of his life working with his hands. I saw something about being a blacksmith. I saw some things about working with asphalt. And so Jack Katoll had some very good seasons, but it was a very, very short pitching career. And the reason apparently is because he just threw his arm out, relying totally on his fastball, and apparently was not always the sharpest guy, but he was a big, strong hurler that played for Chicago, and had some good careers, helping them obviously in the year 1900 and also in 1901 when they won their first pennant. But that's Jack Katoll. I didn't know. Now I know. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. And that's what G.I. Joe says. And he's a real American hero. So let's head on back to the game. But our player of the game, our player profile, I should say, is Jack Katoll. So getting back to the action as we enter the 7th inning in pretty much a blowout game, we now have Yeager still on the mound. He's going to be going against second baseman Patton, who's going to fly out the center. Every now and then, StratOMatic likes to add a little bit. If you don't look at the cards, you just watch the ball fly. It looks like something great might be happening. But Yeager gets the second hit of the game. That is going to be a double. And so for the second time, they actually have a chance to knock in a run. And wow, McFarland hits a single, but Yeager is so slow, he cannot score. Even though Nicole does not have a strong arm. But Sheeran's going to be up. He's going to try to get a run here. He does. He needs the 1-3 to get the double. He pulls a 2, hits it down the line. That is going to score their first run, as Yeager has now given up 3 hits in the inning. Sugden's going to be up. He's going to line out. And that is going to make 2 down. Isbell, the third baseman, is going to be up, and he is going to ground out. So even with runners on second and third, they are not able to get any more runs. How did Larry Boa bat? Larry Boa. Okay, so I know he played for the Phillies and I believe the Cubs. I would have said left-hander. Switch hitter would have made sense. All right, so my continuous record of except knowing who Stan the Man was, I have been pretty much an oofer when it comes to the trivia questions. So, bottom of the 7th, Nicole, the center fielder, is going to be up. He is going to hit a ground ball to second. It's going to be a single plus the throwing error. So he's going to take second. Kid Elberfeld is now up. He is going to hit a single. We are going to hold the runner with a 9-1 lead. We are going to have Yeager up. Let's go ahead and let him swing away, see what's going to happen. They are going to bring in a pitch. There's going to be a new pitcher. The 4th one of the game, I believe, as now Tom Thomas has been called, really. The dude's name is Tom Thomas. Thomas. All right, so his parents obviously were not very creative. Wow. Thomas. Okay, we're going to let Kid Elberfeld now go ahead and steal. We're just going to be that kind of punk manager right now. We are not going to attempt that, but we are still going to let Yeager hit. He's going to hit a ball back to the pitcher. It will be a 1-6-3 double play. Thomas might have gotten hurt. He does not. The run does score. He is now 10-1. Holmes, who is 2 for 4, is going to strike out. And so that will end the inning, taking us to the top of the 8th. Yeager still has plenty of juice in his arms. He's going to get a ground ball by Dillard to short. Outfield is going to scoop it up and make the play. So it looks like Brain is now up. He's going to hit a ball to first. Dylan makes the play, pitches it to Yeager, who's covering, and it'll be a 3-1 out at first. And Dummy Hoy is going to be up, and he's going to hit a fly ball to center. So besides the 7th inning where they racked out 3 hits, Yeager has kept Chicago to a 1-hit game, and so pitching phenomenally. Casey, who is 1 for 3, is going to be up, and he's going to be 1 for 4 in a pop out. That'll be 1 down. 2 for 4, Dylan's going to be up, and that will be a strikeout. Harley's going to be up. He's batting our cleanup spot. He is 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. If it wasn't such a pitching gem, I would probably give him player of the game, but he definitely wants it as he gets his 2nd triple of the game. Wow. So Harley's been incredible. McAllister's up. He has 2 singles and a triple with 4 RBIs, so he might even be player of the game. He's going to hit a fly ball to left field. Unfortunately, with 2 out, it is not going to be able to score a run. So that is now going to take us to the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th, Patton's up. He's going to start off the inning with a single. Sugar's going to be up. He did have a double already. He's going to hit a ball to Nicole. And he makes the catch, so 2 down. Apparently it was deep enough that Patton was able to advance. So 1 down. McFarland's up. He's going to hit a fly ball to left field. Our best outfielder when it comes to range. Unfortunately, our worst outfielder when it comes to making errors, and he falls down as he's running for the ball. He gets up and he makes the catch. So Harley somehow stumbles, but apparently it was close enough to him that he's able to make the catch, bringing up Sheeran. And Sheeran's going to line out to Kid Elberfeld. That is going to be the game. A game that was really looking forward to going against Katoll. Jack Katoll thought it would be fun going against the league's best pitcher. Unfortunately, this was one of those games that Jack Katoll would probably wish he could forget. And I'm sure Chicago's hoping this is not the start of a ugly streak for him. But Jack Katoll did give up 3 earned runs in 5 innings of work. He actually gave up 6 runs. 3 of them were earned, which ironically brings skyrockets his ERA 10%. He was at I think like a 1.19. He's now at a 1.3. But the real guy that we jumped all over was Patterson, who is the other great pitcher for the Invaders. For us, Yeager improves his record of 10-4. He did allow 5 hits, 1 earned run, did not walk anybody. But then so you just in so many ways have to give it to Yeager just with the pitching going against Jack Katoll. But I would also be very comfortable if we gave that to Dick Harley. He was 4 for 5. He had 3 RBIs. He scored 3 runs. McAllister would be a good third, having 4 RBIs on 3 hits. But Harley had 2 triples, 2 singles, 3 runs scored. But it's really just hard to argue with the pitching matchup and the great pitching performance by Joe Yeager. Joe Yeager carried a no-hitter into the 6th inning, and Dick Harley had 4 hits and 3 RBIs. Detroit Wolverines outscored Chicago 10-1. So, yeah, pretty much called all that. Harley enjoyed a big day at the plate. He ripped a single with a scored run in the 1st inning, lashed a 1-base hit in the 5th, tripled, which was good for 2 runs in the 6th inning, and tripled in the 8th. Detroit had 15 hits for the afternoon. Yeager, 10-4, picked up the complete game victory, allowing 1 run. the right-handed Yeager had his no-hit bid broken up by Steve Brody, the pinch hitter, who doubled with 1 out in the sixth. Jack Katoll, 14-8, was the losing pitcher. He was knocked around, surrendering 6 runs in 5 innings. His defense obviously did not help him, as the team did make 4 errors, and their offense didn't help it. They only got 5 hits, and likewise, the opposite is true for us. So, a game I was looking forward to, just going against Jack Katoll when I looked at who was the pitcher of the game that we would be facing. But obviously we didn't see him on his best day. But until next time, this is Coach DK. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. But until next time, have a good one. Bye.